Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you all for tuning into another installment of I'm Just Saying 48 with the one and only.
Juice Shakur.
And that got to make me Von the villain, man. We got a lot to run down. We got a lot to talk about, deliberating. Of course, we're going to bring the humor to it as well, man. Juice, before we start, how you doing today, bro?
Oh man, I'm doing good. What about yourself?
Man, I can't complain. I can't complain on this lovely Sunday, man. But like I just told the viewers, man, we got some stuff we, especially me and you, would like to touch on. And before we get into it, um, please make sure you like, dislike, subscribe, and comment.
Man, them niggas don't comment, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done asking for that shit. I lost faith in
I ain't
GTP.
lost faith, viewers. I ain't lost faith, goddamn.
God damn, man.
I, at this point, I just take a damn period. Goddamn, hey,
Man, what? Question mark? Something?
something, goddamn. But
Shit.
nah, serious, man. We're gonna kick the show off with a big surprise. The NBA, yeah, motherfucker. We love talking about the NBA. We big sports fanatics. But Juice, last week, man, we
Mhm.
talked about, the big dogs, the Bronze, the Jordans, the Wilps, all-star snubs, man. But to, the unknown and people that just been probably living on the rock, man. It's been some young guns making some noise early half of the season, man. And I got some in mind that stand out to me. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
Possible rookie of the year candidates. I myself feel like I know who's going to take it, but I want your opinion on who you see that's just standing out and just bar none over the whole pack. Oh, that motherfucker balling right now. Oh, he making an impact to his team.
I'm
Who
gonna
do you
be
think that
honest.
is?
I'm gonna be honest.
Go for
I know it's a rookie in New York. I can't really say his
it.
name. I think it was his last name early.
Yes, 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 yes.
Early. Okay, I've seen, a couple highlights. He's a decent player, but in my honest opinion, not knocking any other, draft class this year, the rookie of the year is really gonna go down to three people. And that's Anthony Edwards,
Mm-hmm.
LaMelo Ball,
Yes, sir.
and if I'm not mistaken, Jonathan Wiseman.
James Wiseman.
James Wiseman. Okay, James Wiseman.
My three
Those three,
candidates.
man, that's it. That's it.
I
That
gotta agree with you.
Golden State, the let me tell you something. If Clay come back and Clay is not reduced to an injury-prone role and he can still be Clay Thompson, Golden State is dangerous.
Oh,
They
without a
are
doubt.
dangerous because I mean they might have to trade Donkey, but I mean they are dangerous. You can't be averaging no triple single talking all this shit and you a 54th ballot Hall of Famer. Come on now.
The president of
Come on now,
Draymond
nigga.
Green.
Man, I hate your guts, man. But other than that, man, those are the three that I feel like, in my honest opinion, I mean, do I gotta steal it? It's obvious. It's obvious who they gonna give it to. I mean, hell, if they don't give it to him, I think his yellow teeth daddy might show up
Oh,
on another episode of WWE. Taking his shirt off, looking weird as hell. But
stay
yeah, man. I
holy.
mean, look, yes, Lamelo Ball, to me has he has the better chance. I ain't gonna say the better chance because we don't know how careers project
For
and
sure.
shit happens. So I'm gonna say right now he looks like to me the top candidate for rookie of the year.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now that's my leading candidate, and it's crazy. Those three names you just no drop. Those are my three, but I see him taking it, and neither three are just putting up godly, unearthly numbers as far as averages and uh overall. But I feel like right now, uh, going into the All-Star break, the only one that's actually in the playoffs right now is LaMelo. And a young
Right.
man for the Knicks, but I feel like Melo is having an overall better impact to his team than him. I believe what they're 17-8, number 7 in the East. I don't know if they can hold that or if they can climb, but I like their chances maybe over some of
You,
the other teams.
not to cut you off, you forgot they got to have a play in this year
What
to
you say?
get in. They got to have a play in this
Right,
year
right,
to
right.
get in.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So that's gonna play a big part into them, net seeding and making the playoffs.
Yeah, that is very true, man. But the last couple games overall, he just looks like he belongs. And people got to remember, he was already a pro. Even regardless it was overseas,
Mm-hmm.
this guy was already a pro. People always say, well, how, to be Luka Doncic's age and the way he, commands the court, yeah, that's amazing, but it's not like he's not used to playing professional basketball. And I feel the same can be said for LaMelo. He's used to playing with older men, maybe not to the magnitude of the NBA, but I feel like he's not overwhelmed. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
No, go ahead.
Not saying the others are, but I just feel like he just body language, he
Mm-hmm.
belongs. I'm here.
This is my only question. Why is it the one ball brother that actually shoots normally and regularly and pretty good is not in the NBA,
Right?
but the two that shoot like Sean Marion and goddamn what is his name? What is this man name? He was the center. Bill Cartwright. The two that
Oh
shoot
shit.
like them two
That slow
is in
wind
the
up.
NBA. Man, what the hell?
Man, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. It's crazy you brought that up because I promise, man, me and the buddy from work, man, we was talking about that same thing. Because I never paid too much attention to the Miller brother. He said, man, you can look at some highlights. He's probably, if not, the best pure shooter out of the three, but he's not even in the
He
league.
is.
That nigga can shoot.
He is. The man can shoot. Man, listen to me. Listen to me. He might be. I mean, dude kind of stocky a little bit. I mean, hell, LaMelo, hell, I mean, not LaMelo, but LeVar stocky. But I
Right.
mean, Jello ain't no scrub, bro. I
No, he
mean,
ain't.
think about it. If Kyle Korver has a job, if J.J. Redick has a job, and their job is to primarily shoot, you're not telling them to go out there and play defense. Why is LaMelo, I'm finna say, Jello still getting crucified over stealing some was it Louis Vuitton or Gucci? It don't even matter. Some damn shades. It wasn't even in America.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm with you. I definitely he deserves a roster spot on somebody's organization. I don't see him being a top 5 starter, but I can see him being in the rotation.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on now, man. Come on
I
now,
don't know, man.
man.
That's a good question. I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I thought about it, like, Jello is the best shooter out of all. Like, look, I'm gonna say this: Jello shoots, and it looks fluent when he
Right,
shoots.
right.
LaMelo,
It looks natural.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you the difference between LaMelo and Lonzo. Lonzo looks kind of nervous when he shoots.
Mm-hmm.
LaMelo is just confident.
Yep,
His game is just confidence.
yep.
That's what makes him. I ain't gonna lie. Now, if we're gonna say all around skills, I still say LaMelo better than all of them. Because I mean, if you look at it this way, the passes and the play style that Lonzo has, he just lacked that confidence like LaMelo. LaMelo, his passes effective, his shots effective,
Yeah,
his shot selection effective.
yeah.
He's just a more confident player.
Absolutely.
That's just honest opinion.
You gotta have that, man. I've never played on that level, but man, anything in life, man, not to be corny and shit, you gotta have confidence of anything that you're trying to make a craft out of.
That's real.
If you don't got confidence in yourself, why would somebody else have it in you? So just like I said, the body language, you hit it right on the head, man. He just looks like he got confidence in his game. I belong here.
That's true.
you
That's
know,
very true.
that was a question mark about Alonzo. He's playing pretty decent this year. He's not by no stretch of imagination playing horrible, but I think LaMelo just came out the gates stronger than he did. So
Yes. I mean, honestly, it's kind of an unfair thing, but I get it. Like it's kind of like this. Me and you, far as our sibling roles, we are the youngest, right?
mm-hmm.
So whatever we see our older siblings do that wasn't correct, it gives us an unfair advantage to
Right.
approach that same situation with a different outlook. See what I'm saying? With a different approach. So that's probably what LaMelo probably learned from Lonzo. Like, okay, when I get in, I got to be more confident. I don't care. And that's the thing. even though LaMelo's shot is kind of different, I'm not gonna say awkward because I've seen awkward. Trust me. If you ever watch Sean Marion, I've seen awkward shots.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like this. It's the media's fault with Lonzo because it's like, oh, he needs to change his shot.
Mm.
Why does he need to change his shot, but Sean Marion never changed his shot? Bill Cartwright never changed his shot at the free throw line. Hell, even when he took a jump shot, he never changed.
He never did.
Long as that motherfucker dropped in, let's get it, you know? But I feel like the media tries so hard to turn these players into 2K my players, like they got to control the
Yeah.
attributes and signature move. Man, look, let that man go out there and play his
Yeah.
game. It got him that far.
Right. Then also,
You know,
we definitely got to hold the media today. They do that to a lot of players. That's just what they've been doing for years. But also, you know, some of that's got to go to the pops, man. His pops, don't get me wrong, his pops put by far the greatest salesman pitch for his son, and he's still they're all talented. But not only
right.
that, the organization he got drafted to, all eyes on him. That just comes with wearing that purple and gold. Then, like I said, his father, coming out the gate so strong. I think he learned from that situation with just, taking the back seat, let LaMelo groom, let him do his thing, and just be his father instead of trying to be his wing man or his hype man and this and that. I get the gist of you trying to sell a brand, but at the end of the day, it's easy for me to say I'm not a father, but they're not properties.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
and I ain't trying to kick him because what I'm saying, we don't know. We wasn't around these people, we weren't raised around these people, and I'm pretty sure he's a good father, but I think his intentions were good. I think his delivery just needed a little work. So that's all
A
I'm saying.
little word. A little word. Go to go tell it to Magic Johnson. Magic, I'm gonna tell you now, if my boy ain't on your team, you're never gonna win a championship. Last time I checked, the Lakers just won the ring. What, last year? Come on now. Without Lonzo, the Lakers are nothing. They go down the drain. Let me tell you who I respect, who daddy I respect. He made the most underrated comment I probably ever heard. Jason Tatum daddy was asked, would you trade Jason Tatum to get Anthony Davis to the Celtics? He said, man, I'd trade my son in a heartbeat to get Anthony Davis. When your daddy can make a call like that, like yo, if I was Boston, I'd trade his ass. I mean, come on now. It's kind of cutthroat, it's kind of ruthless, but hey, we in the business. We trying to win.
Yeah, he being real.
So I can respect it. Now, LeVar is what we like to call naive. He believes that if any, you know what, I hope and pray that his kids have success, but I feel sorry for the coach that actually coaches one of them and they win a championship, and then they interview LeVar after that. Oh, LeVar gonna ruin that team locker room. He gonna ruin that chemistry. He gonna say, "Oh, if it wasn't for my son, he should have won Finals MVP." The boy had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. LeVar, Bronny Jr. averaged 28, 10, and 5. That don't matter. But did you see how my son was on the court being confident with a shot? Did you see how he got that one steal on game 5? Man, naive and just like you said, the greatest damn endorser in the world,
Yeah,
LeVar Ball, ladies and gentlemen.
for sure.
Ball, ball, ball. The only time that you can get some $400 shoes, well, technically, you ain't gonna get the damn shoes. You're gonna pay for the name.
You're
You're
right.
gonna pay for a box, an empty box, because a lot of people came up short saying they ain't get no damn shoes. You know it's bad when they call you out on air and say, man, hey, I'm trying to support you, dog, big dog, where my shoes? I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. Hell no. Nigga over there getting them Payless brand names and then coming back and trying to sell them as if they fucking $1,000,000 worth of shoes. Man, get your ass out of here.
Steve Newlane, big baller.
Man, I just want the big baller to brush them big ass yellow teeth of his. That's all I want him to do.
Man, hey, Hey man, all right. that was our rundown of possible rookie of the year candidates, man. Like I said, we got our picks, you know what I'm saying? By all means, leave it in the comment section if you like, if you choose.
Oh man, they ghost.
But man, moving on, man. We're gonna stick to a little sports, man. Uh, any of my NFL lovers out there, I'm pretty sure you already heard the news, especially to the Texans fans. Sorry, but it was long overdue. J.J. Watt decided to sign with the Arizona Cardinals, which blew my fucking mind, given the fact he said he wanted to win a championship. That's a little contradicting.
And Kyler Murray is kind of good
I
though.
mean, yeah, we gonna run it now. 2 year,
Okay.
31 million. This the real. This the main point. 23 million guaranteed. Juice. If I'm looking at this from the outside in, and like I said, with his I believe Instagram post, tweet post, he says it's
Mm-hmm.
time for him to move on and win a championship. All right, cool. You know, he's getting late in his career. I think it's 11th or 12th year.
Mm-hmm.
You sign with the Arizona Cardinals, a solid franchise, up and coming quarterback, if not the top 3 receiver in the league. But being real,
Mm-hmm.
is this team a championship contender next year? Oh, they also paired him
I'll,
with Chandler
mhm.
Jones, the leading rusher in the NFL since 2012. J.J. Watt is number 2. So I ain't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
If we look at it from a right now standpoint, no, they're not. But this is the NFL. We also didn't see Baker Mayfield and the Browns doing what they did this year, right?
I disagree. I did.
Hell
I did. I
no.
did. I did.
Hell
I did. I
no.
did.
What is wrong with
What's wrong
you?
with you mean? I mean, they have a good bro.
Baker?
Yes, their defense
Baker.
is great.
Oh my
They
God.
got good targets, and Landry, Odell Beckham went down. I think that opened the offense up. Good run game. I did. They started out slow. I was surprised by how they started, but I was not surprised that they ended up in the playoffs. I really wasn't. I had them making to the playoffs.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel 2.0.
Nah, we ain't gonna go that far. Now I'm giving man some credit.
Come on now, man. Come on now, man. Baker. Man, hell no.
Phil is you,
Hell
now it's
no.
Baker Mayfield, goddamn it.
So you saw the Bills being the team that they is this year.
Bro, yes.
Oh my! All right. We're gonna wrap this segment up quick, guys. See, this believing ass nigga over here.
Oh my God.
Arizona. I can't say that I don't see an upside because I mean, if you look at it, a lot of the games came down to the wire, and Kyler
It did.
Murray is kind of clutch. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's just on the offensive end. So imagine what he can do for them on the defensive side of the ball.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because if you're getting J.J. Watt 2015 and before, oh my God, for sure. Pairing him with Chandler Jones, you're getting
Mm-hmm.
J.J. Watt, who turns 32 this month, who's average.
Oh, nigga, I'm turning 32 this year.
For an NFL player, any
Oh my
NFL player,
God.
specifically a defensive tackle whose primary goal is to beat the ball off to get to the quarterback. And Juice, you got to look at it. Over the last 4 or 5 years, his numbers have depleted, not because of his skill set, it's because of his body.
True.
For the last 4 or 5 years, he's dealt with lower body injuries. That's very essential given his position. This guy
I'm
went from
glad you a
averaging
doctor.
what you say?
I'm glad you a doctor. Go ahead.
This guy went from averaging 17 to 18.5 sacks from 2015, and before, since 2016, the only one year he's had a decent year as far as rushing the passer is 2018. That was 16, just 16 is when he averaged, but this year he only averaged 5. That's a
Listen,
big drop down, bro.
I get all that, but this is my thing. It also needs to be blamed on the coaching, right? Yeah, you can say, well, the player got to go out there and perform, but he got to be put in the right system, the right situation. See, in our eyes, the naked eye, the blind eye, we looking at Arizona and throwing our hands up, going, "What the fuck?" But we don't know. He might have got a sneak peek into their system and said, "Okay, at this stage of my career, this is what's going to benefit me best." And this team caters to what it is that I do best. Because let's be real here. Go look at Adama Kasu. A lot of people have written him off,
Who was his quarterback?
right? Uh-huh.
Who was his quarterback?
Huh? What'd you say?
Who was his quarterback this year?
Okay, pause. Hold
Who was the
on. I'm
defensive
glad you
player on
said.
that
Hold
team too?
on, I know you. I know you love Tom Brady low key. I know you do.
I don't
But
like
hold
that.
on now.
Fuck that.
Hold on now. Some at the end of the season, then they have some games where their defense was the key factor.
Yes,
Hmm?
that wasn't just him.
I know, 1 pounds, but was he a part of
Of
the
course.
equation?
Of course.
Okay, then you had like they telling J.J. Watt, because honestly, let's be real. Let's be real. Who besides J.J. Watt before Jadeveon Clowney actually started to play like somebody? Who was carrying their defense? J.J.
J.J.
Watt, right?
Watt.
Okay, and so why do you think he was getting injured and shit? Hell, he is the defense.
No,
Now if you go with what?
what was fucking him up was overtraining in the off
Uh,
season. If I've seen some of his off season videos, which are amazing, they are, they'll make your jaw drop. But bro, even I believe Shannon Sharp spoke on this, man. As you age as an NFL player, you gotta do more reps and less max. You gotta train smart, not just harder. He was overtraining his body, which is such a thing. And when the season came, he wore himself out. I'm not saying that was the main and the only effective ingredient, but bro, you flipping 1,000-pound tires, squatting this and squatting that. That's not needed, man. You could get the same impact from a amount of reps and just focus on your core, your cardio. He was hurting himself more than he was helping himself.
if you don't mind, I got a recommendation for him.
What?
Maybe he should take the same steroids you take, and
I,
maybe he'll be a little bit better off.
to the viewers of this fine program, please listen to me once again. I do not take any form of PEDs, hormone
Supplements?
enhancers, deer antler spray, steroids. I do
Whew.
not take nothing but God-given organic fruits and berries and protein.
Yeah, peach. But
That's a soul
yeah,
fine.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, we just have to wait and see. I'm not gonna sit here and say Arizona. I'm gonna say this. Arizona could be a shock team. That's what
I
I'm
will
gonna
give you
say.
that.
So we just gotta wait and see. That's the best I can give you.
I give you that. But like I said, last year I believe they went 8-8. The AFC was tough last year, but like you just said, with the NFL, we can debate, have opinions, but you never know because every year it's always a team until you like, well, shit. And
Hmm.
like I said, their defense was ranked in the 15th last year. Who knows? Maybe he can get them in the top 5 or top 10, but we'll have to wait and see. I just feel like out of teams that he had initially wanted to go to, the Packers, the Steelers, people saying him and Tom Brady, I didn't see that happening. I just feel like those teams were better equipped and ready to win opposed to Arizona. But we'll move on from that and we'll wait and see. Juice, what should we take this platform? What should we take this right
I have one more. They probably tired of hearing about sports, but this is kind of
now?
tipping on the scale of just a subject that needs to be brought up.
Okay.
Here we go. Why is it always a hassle to pay black athletes and coaches?
Okay.
This is an issue that we should have addressed. We should have addressed a while back because the more and more these seasons go by, whether it's the NBA, the NFL. I'm not going to too much get into the MLB. I don't watch it, but I do notice that baseball players tend to get their bread.
Oh yeah. They have a high cap. I think they don't have a cap at all.
They giving out 10-year contracts worth 500 million. So get your money, black man. Get your money. But it made me think about the Dak Prescott situation. It
Okay.
made me go back and think about the Le'Veon Bell situation.
Right.
It made me think about why Mark Jackson does not have a job.
Right.
It made me think about why Sam Cassell does not have a head coaching job.
True.
Brian Shaw. Um, let's see. It's somebody else on this platform I wanted to bring up. Hold on. I know it was in the NBA.
I
It was
feel like Kevin
somebody. Oh,
Garnett.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, he was somewhat. Well, I don't know the whole T, so I'm not gonna say blackball. I know it was the early 2000s coaching Knicks.
Oh no. Isaiah, not even that Isaiah Thomas, little Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, you talking about far as okay, having a
Right,
spot on the team. Okay,
right,
gotcha.
right. They did him dirty.
Oh man,
He
they
was a
did.
max player. He was a max player. Yeah, he might have got injured or whatever. But still, though, Kevin
Right, I'm
Durant
saying
got
that.
hurt, and Kevin Durant, he's still on the roster, ain't he?
Yeah, true.
And I'm gonna be honest. If you think about that Cleveland team, when LeBron traded Dwayne Wade and Jay Crowder and Isaiah Thomas, he went on a trading spree.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just saying, in all honesty, if he'd have kept that talent around him, he probably would have had a better chance of at least competing with that Golden State team. Now, I'm not saying he would have won, but
Right.
the thing of it is, you need some veteran leadership on the team. And in
Yeah.
my honest opinion, you need somebody that's just fearless. Like this is who I'm not saying. To me, this is Isaiah Thomas' role. Once the injuries kicked in, he was still a fearless but better J.J. Barea.
Mm.
If you think about it. I mean, nobody sits to complain. J.J. Barea can still have a job in the NBA, but Isaiah Thomas can't because he's too short. Well, goddamn, if he's too short, what is J.J. Barea?
That's facts.
You know, a lot of people, man. I mean, I am glad that they're giving Boogie, multiple chances, but it's like he went from being a max player to I don't know. He probably injury prone or whatever. We talking about Kevin Durant. Don't get me wrong, who is a star player who has proven he can still be a factor, a key factor, a dominant player, an all maxed out player. But the thing of it is, he had probably one of the worst injuries out
Yeah.
of all these players I'm naming, and he still got guaranteed max money.
Yeah. He been sitting
Now,
out lately, so you still
right.
gotta be cautious.
See what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, like, okay, one out of potentially thousands, hundreds, whatever, that don't make that situation right. And we're not even gonna get into this whole thing about black coaches in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, they get one shot. You mess up their first season, you're
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get coaches like Jason Garrett, who's been a mediocre coach
Man,
since the
what?
beginning of time, and he
Right.
get chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. Why is it a hassle? I should have wrote on here, why is it a hassle to hire black coaches? Not just pay them, hire them, hell, in general,
Yeah.
you know? I don't get it. It's like, I don't want to turn this thing into a black and white thing, but I mean, somewhere along the line, we got to address the elephant in the room, you
Mm.
know? A lot of talented people who have played the game are still getting put in secondary positions. Now, I'm not saying that, they don't have to pay their dues, but did Steve Nash have to pay his dues?
No, not to my knowledge. I think he was a shooting coach
He
really great on
never.
the Warriors, but he wasn't on the actual coaching staff like an assistant and
So
them.
think about it. You go from a janitor to the owner of the team. How the fuck do you explain that? Nigga, you was just working for somebody yesterday. Now all of a sudden you signing the checks. Come
Yeah.
on now, man. Come on. I know I say this phrase a lot on this segue,
You
but
don't
y'all
give it
gonna
to him.
learn it. I know some of us don't have the right complexion
Mm.
for the right protection,
Oh,
but I mean, that shit gotta stop, man. Because who know? I'm gonna be honest. This is somebody I know that will actually be a hell, if not a good head coach, a good, interim coach, or just a good offensive, not offensive for sure, coach. Kenny Smith. If you look at sometime when Kenny dissects some of those plays during the segue on Inside the NBA, when
yeah.
he goes back and shows what the players did right or what they should have did. Now I ain't gonna lie, Kenny had a slip up of the night with that dumbass 3-on-1 fast break. Was it Utah?
It
Who
was
was
it
that
was the
had
Nuggets. It was the Nuggets.
the next? That was the stupidest shit I ever heard. Kenny thinking like a 3-point shooter. He not thinking like a coach. Go get the basket. Go get the easy lay because
Analytics,
it's
man.
like
That's
they
how they
don't need
play
the three
now.
to win. Man, analytics my ass. I'll be cussing at everybody on my team, and I'll be saying, so on a 3-on-1 fast break, why we have no one run to the basket, but everybody running to the three? That ain't called analytics. This is called straight stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
They want
Can't win
threes,
with it.
dunks, and layups now.
Ain't coaching. Hey, man. Hey, going for the win is cool when you have to, but when you know you can still play some more basketball, come
Yeah.
on, let's regroup. Let's go get this tie ball game and let's go, rethink our strategy.
And I'm glad you brought this topic up, man. Another name, I just feel like, I think him and the Timberwolves owners, they're not seeing that. I feel like he should be on some coaching staff or play some form in that organization or any organization, just giving off his energy and his love for the game. Kevin Garnett.
Yes, sir.
You got to
Yes,
think
sir.
about it. A lot of people want to give Akeem his roses, and rightfully so. Charles Barkley said himself, a lot of these guys go to King to learn post offense and post efficiency. Kevin Cale, somebody they can look at too. You got to remember, he taught KG how to play in the post and how to play on the elbow.
Yep.
So, I'm pretty sure some of that
Yep.
knowledge that KG obtained from him, he could feed it to, these up and coming big men. It's cool to shoot the three, it's cool to pick and pop, but if you ain't got to jump, how can I say that? If you don't have to jump through the roof or jump out the gym, it's okay to open the door and walk in, if that makes sense.
Hell yeah.
It's good to have
100%.
the versatility, the freak of nature athlete, but I get the back to the back game and the elbow game is not as sexy and as appealing as today's game, but hey, Tim Duncan made a career out of it. Shaq made a career out of it. KG made a career out of it. So just, my food for thought, I figure like he can help a
And
specialized
all,
big man around the league. What'd
and
you say?
all of them sporting rings. And all of them
Yeah.
sporting rings.
Yeah, for sure.
All of them champions. You didn't. I'm sorry, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Vaughn. This is what's killing me. I play 2K, right?
Yeah.
I play online, so we go to the park and we get on the park, little squads, whatever, and we run threes, right?
Right.
I'm playing 2K and it's this build, another guy that I play with. This dude is like 7 feet. When I tell you can grab damn near every board that you throw up a missed shot on like ease. When we get on the offensive end, instead of banging somebody that's probably like 6 feet or below, what did he do?
Go to the three. Huh?
He run to the three, run to the three, and I'm talking about this off a pick. This is off a screen. He will set the pick, and instead of rolling, he run his ass to the three. I'm like, yo, go get the easy layup. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? My player don't do that. What? So
Everybody
your
want to be
player
Johnny.
can't bang. Oh my God,
That's how
man.
they play today,
Steph
man.
Curry ruined basketball. Steph Curry ruined basketball.
You
Don't care.
I won't say he ruined it, but
Shit, I
it,
will.
it's just that passing the torch, man. It's kind of like when Mike came into the league, people wanted to fly. When AI came in, people wanted to, break people down and dribble. You know what I'm saying? It's just like every generation's gonna have that player that you kind of mimic and watch, take things from, and you know, it's like with Shaq. He kind of transformed the game because he was so dominant. Well, we got to foul him. The term hacker Shaq. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say he
Man,
ruined it. It's kind of like
he
that
ruined it.
generational thing. Every generation, it's those
He
couple players that just
he ruined it. He ruined it. I'm gonna say it because it need to be said. That Al Beecher wannabe ass nigga ruined the game because now he got big man out here that's underappreciated. Like Shaq says, Rudy Gobert is trash. Don't get me wrong. Is Rudy Gobert all time great big man?
you know,
Not necessarily top 10, but for the skill set that he does
yeah,
possess, it is very valuable to a championship pedigree team. I mean, because let's think about it. Tristan Thompson is not a shooter.
right.
But at one point in time, he was one of the best rebounders in the game, if not
Not
the
the best.
best.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, extra possessions mean extra chances to get your shots up, right?
Yep.
We take away from the fundamentals of the game because we fall in love with the entertainment aspect of it,
Right.
the drive and kick and the swing and the three and breaking boogieing with the ball, breaking you down off the dribble and stuff like that. And I mean, who Michael? Let me tell you something. If you go back and look at a lot of Michael Jordan highlights, it wasn't so much of Michael Jordan breaking you down. It was Michael Jordan using fundamentals mixed in with
This
athleticism
is Kenny Smith
to
said that.
you
He
know.
said that. Kenny Smith
Go
said that a
ahead.
couple years ago. He said people get so mesmerized by Michael's athleticism. Michael probably, if not, the most fundamentally sound player in the game. The way he took his layups, the way he faded away, the way he attacked the paint, the way he cuffed the ball, the way he held the ball. He was so fundamentally sound. That, playing under Dean Smith regime in North Carolina, you're gonna be a fundamentally sound player.
Right.
So, you're not the first person to actually say that. So
I'm just saying, like, if you look at it, what's fundamental about Steph Curry game?
really nothing. And that, that's what kind of makes these players like, oh my God, because not everybody, you can't learn that shit.
Okay, well let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How many coaches you think on a high school, hell, even a college level, is going to allow their player to pull up from the logo,
Not too
half
many.
court, in the middle of a game?
Ain't too many.
Could
Ain't
you
too
imagine
many.
we sitting in the stands? We sitting in the stands, right?
Yeah.
And say we going to watch our cousin Jaden
Right.
play basketball, right?
Yeah.
It's pumped. We like, man, Jaden starting, man, it's gonna go down. First play of the game, they tip the ball off. Jaden team received the ball. They get him the ball. He coming up court. Before he even make it past half court, he jacked the motherfucking ball up. Now, me and you, being the sports gurus that we are, is going to have the look of what the fuck on our face as he jacking up this shot, whether it go in or not. And if it go in, to me, sometimes when Steph Curry throws shots, it's like, when they go in, everybody like, yeah, yeah, okay, okay. But sometimes me and you, come on now, let's both agree. He done threw us some shots and they have a prayer's chance.
Not a prayer's
Motherfucker
chance.
come off the backboard hard as hell. And we looking like, it's like he'll even be embarrassed, but he just run down the court and folks be looking like, hey man, that's Steph, man. We let him do what he do, you
Yeah.
know. If you ask me, that's what kind of influenced Damian Lillard game to be a little bit more further from the basket.
Yeah. Oh, go
So I
down.
don't know, man.
It just times, man. Just the times. Who knows? And it could revert back to that way. Uh, like I said, they always use this phrase. It's nothing new under the sun. It just revisits down the line. So maybe the next
Man,
generation after that, it go back to that back to the basket, kind of traditional 1 through 5 position of basketball. Who knows? But just the
man,
time.
bring back some hand checking. Bring
I
back
don't
some
know.
hand checking and some damn man. Bring back Anthony Mason, man. R.I.P. Anthony Mason,
Oh
man.
shit!
Bring him back too,
Need some
man.
goons, goddamn it.
Bring back the X-Man, man. Come
Oh
on,
shit! I don't know.
man.
I don't know. They doing that, man. Hey, we got shit to say. We gotta say this shit.
Man,
I get
they,
fights.
they come on, man.
But nah,
They it, soft.
but hey,
It's too
that, that,
soft,
that,
man.
that's just all these sports now. I mean, NFL's not what the way it used to be. It's very quarterback friendly because I'm not to discredit these guys and say they don't have talent. That's why a lot of these records are being broken so much. And the same for basketball. It's not taking away from talent of the players. It's just you know, and tough don't always mean better. It just means makes it more challenging. With the NFL, you can grab a guy down there any way to get him down. It's hard for him to get to that ball. It's hard for him to catch. So, like I said, just the times. But
In the NFL defense, I mean, you knocking somebody into oblivion and in concussion mode, yeah, you got to soften up the game a little bit, because they don't tell them how many CTE cases they got on them, really.
man, it seems
But
like
in
every
the
time.
NBA, huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but in the NBA, back in the day when Larry Bird and Dr. J could throw punches at each other and still remain in the game, that's the type of game I'm trying to watch. That's what I want to see.
The
You know,
what they call it, the malice in the palace, that ruined that.
man, come on, man. And you ain't telling me that ain't the most watched
It's
basketball
entertaining.
game of all time.
It's entertaining.
I
It's
ain't telling you to
entertaining.
go out there and whoop ass. I'm just saying though. You know, look at even the refs even ain't got so. And one. Oh, you ejected. What?
Yeah, yeah, that shit. Yeah, they getting out a little hand now. I don't know.
Man. Come on, man.
That whistle.
I
They
ain't
get.
gonna say what I wanna say. I ain't gonna say what I wanna say. I'm just gonna throw a subliminal. Maybe we shouldn't have so many breasts
Oh,
um
okay. Oh,
officiating the game. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
speaking in this topic on the times of sports, we're gonna sway into the next segment
Man.
when it comes to the
So cool.
times and the sounds regarding music, predominantly rap music. And Juice, you proclaim yourself an 80s baby nigga. You turned one in the 90s, and
Oh my God. I came out my mama's coochie in '89.
me being 90s babies myself, born in 93, we've seen, some stages of hip hop. We've seen different styles, different cadences, different flows. We've seen the movement of maybe you to a more extent than me. It was still a little popping in the 90s, the boom bap, the gangster rap, the swag rap,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
heavy Southern influence. So I wanted to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
what I know what you think, but what do you think about today's sound, and do you feel that somewhere down the line we can revert back to, I want to say having originality. Well, yeah, having originality and not being so, you know, gang influence in the music. I'm not knocking nobody's craft because I'd be hypocrite say I haven't listened to things like that. Some of my favorite artists haven't touched on things like that, but we've seen a
Uh-huh.
heavy dominance influence in that style.
Okay, so this is a lot of questions need to be answered. Okay, your first question is um which style or hold on, because yeah, you asked a lot of questions.
I
What's the
apologize.
first part?
Now the
No,
first
it's
part
good.
was can we see originality in music? Not everybody sounding the
Originality.
same.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. I do think that originality will resurface. I do because it's always those hungry artists out there that's passionate about their craft,
Right.
and with that, they're gonna always wanna, instead of blend in, they're gonna always want to set the trend of something new to come. Because if you think about it, even your boy Kendrick Lamar, there's nobody in the rap game to this day that can reduplicate what he done did so far.
That's
I
true.
mean, nobody sounds like him. Nobody touch on. I mean, J. Cole and him, they touch on, and Big Crit, can't forget him. They touch
Right.
on a lot of subject matters that's similar, but I mean, they all got their own lane. See what I'm saying? We never gonna hear a Crit, Cole, Kendrick song and be confused on who is who.
For sure.
They got those distinct voices, the sounds, the flows. I mean, the cadence is like all that is distinct. You know what I'm saying? It's very distinct, so that like, okay, oh, that's my boy, or if I hear do, I know you about to bust a nut. So you know what I'm saying? So I mean, to answer your question, I think the originality part will come back. Now, you said, will the game culture, the influence, ever change? Um, I feel like that's gonna be something that's done a little bit within music, but a lot of it out of music. Let me tell
Mm.
you what I mean.
Okay.
It's gonna take a culture shift where instead of um instead of saying, okay, walking around here trying to be the hardest dude on the block is what's in. It's got to be one of those situations where it's like, yo, I want to be the cool dude on the block. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Where like I can handle somebody. wanting to be like a Kid and Play or a Morris Day or somebody smooth, with swagger. Like you said, we had the swagger era. I liked the swagger era because it was more of, yo, I'm flashy, I'm stunning. And even though they may have been lying about all the stuff that they got, it was never at a violent standpoint. It was
Right.
always on the I'm flyer than you.
Yeah.
Or, like when Lil Wayne was out, I don't feel like he was he had little swagger moments because I mean he did influence the culture a lot. But I
Yeah.
feel like when Lil Wayne was at his peak, his core, it was just more of, yo, my talent is better than yours.
For
My
sure.
talent is better
For
than
sure.
everybody. See what I'm saying? If we could get back to those type of days where it was just like, yo, let my talent reign supreme instead of let me turn on this phone and let me tell y'all this story about how I got all these bodies and caught all these bodies and and I ain't get caught and I'm still out here trapping and I got
Mm. Showing
multi-platinum.
stacks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember. Nah, don't get me wrong. I'll be a lie if I say the stunting aspect wasn't always a part of the game.
Right.
Stunting has been a part of the game for a very long
Oh yeah.
time. I mean, I can remember. I don't know if you. I'm pretty sure you recall this. You remember Jay Z? Excuse me. You remember Jay Z Dead Presidents video?
Hell yeah. Niggas
Okay,
shooting
you
dice at
remember?
the end.
Right? No, they wasn't shoot. They was shooting dice, but they was playing Monopoly. They was playing Monopoly with real money, with Cristal bottles on the
Oh
table.
shit. They shooting
See,
dice.
you learned something new.
Yep.
See, I'm like 6'7" when this come out. I'm looking at this like, man, I want to. How many kids have took Monopoly money and they like, man, I wish I could go and spend this for real. They just took the aspect of it and say, you know what, bump this fake money. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna get this real money.
Yeah.
So, I think they were, what I'm saying, playing the regular way of Monopoly, but they had real money. So, that was kind of dope. And then, I mean, of course, Jay Z would always campaign for the, Cristal.
Right.
Cristal. You ain't a baller unless you got Cristal. If it weren't for him shouting it out so much, think about how many MTV Cribs episodes where we would see rap artists open up their refrigerator and say, man, we really got the Cristal bottles over here. We really
Yeah.
drinking over here, man. Like shit like that. I mean, then we're not even gonna mention fashion. We went from the baggy and saggy,
Right.
we went to the white tees, went to the snowman era, we went through the
Skinny
well, I mean
jean.
the who?
You ain't came to skinny jean there.
Yeah, skinny jean era. I mean, hell, at one point in time, Jeffrey had motherfuckers wearing dresses. So, I wasn't a part of that bullshit, you know. But I mean, to me, I feel like the music, is it going to change? Without doubt, without any question, it is. Because you gotta look at it. If you look at the outline, the lay of the lay of the land of how it always pan out. It has always been like, okay, remember when New York came out, they were with the lyrical,
Mm.
you know. Then the West Coast came out, they were with the gangster. And then the South came out, and the South was with the feel good music.
Yeah.
So now we're in the era where this is the thing I want to say, and I know it's gonna rub some people the wrong way. You know what's really wrong with the industry? One of our most key problems that we don't address.
What's up?
East Coast and the West Coast had a beef, right?
Yeah.
The South was not a part of that beef.
Nah.
We was too busy trying to just get acceptance and took him seriously, right?
Yeah.
But the moment we started to actually make a name for ourselves and actually put our, foot through the door, we got bashed
Yeah.
like crazy. Like, oh, y'all make bad music. Da, 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 da. Oh, New York. Da, 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 da. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say that the West Coast has never said anything bad about the South, but it ain't as obvious
Yeah.
as it is the East Coast.
Right.
And if we got any East Coast listeners, I want y'all to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. All right. We saw y'all beef, the East and the West Coast. We saw what that resulted in, the deaths of two of the most legendary artists to ever live. So now we in this era to where the South is pretty much hip hop right now. We pretty much running hip hop right now, as they would say. And they say we ruined it or whatever, whatever, whatever. So this is the thing. I wonder if the East Coast still had a number one selling artist, the main attraction, if they were still running the game, would they be so concerned about who coming out of the South and the bad music coming out of the South then? I don't think so. I think they would be too concerned about, oh well, we don't care what them, country niggas do down there. We got this going on.
Yeah.
But see, here's the problem. New York claim to fame is this. And I say New York because it's most New York. They claim to fame is this. We started it.
Yeah.
We started it. We started it. Okay, my nigga. We appreciate and we thank you. And we actually love y'all music. And we actually support y'all still to
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah.
We still embrace y'all. But on the flip side, can y'all say y'all embrace us?
Yeah.
Embrace us? Can y'all say y'all respect us? So why in the hell would we continue to want to give you praise and show you love when here it is, all we want is that same respect? Because you're not going to tell me that, oh, no New York niggas listen to no Southern niggas. Okay,
That's a
if
lie.
that's the case, why Lil Wayne was so big? If New York rap was still so dominant and y'all were just the greatest to ever do it, why y'all ain't resurfaced back yet? And don't blame it on 50 Cent. Say, well, 50, it was 50, man. 50 divided us. Okay, I didn't know 50 was Martin Luther King, and y'all got a couple Malcolm X's up there, and y'all was so united back then. That's false. False as a motherfucker.
Yep.
Because last time I checked, Jay-Z and Nas was beefing for years
Yeah.
before they called it truth.
Yeah.
So come on now.
Yeah.
50 just came out and just pointed out the obvious. But in my honest opinion, man, it's like I feel like the East Coast don't show love to nobody. It's like, bro, we respect and honor the fact that, and I'm sorry for being long-winded. We respect and love the fact that y'all started the shit. But that don't mean that we supposed to kiss y'all ass. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all gonna shit on this is like we bring up Outkast. They're the greatest, hip hop group of all time to me.
For sure.
No, they ain't. No, they ain't. Okay, New York. Well, who the greatest hip hop group of all time? Now, who they really should say that I would say, okay, they ain't necessarily the greatest, but they right up there with them. They should say maybe Public Enemy,
Right.
in my opinion, or Run DMC because they did pave the way.
For sure.
Cool. But the thing of it is, if we're gonna talk about longevity and impact,
Oh man.
come on now,
Yeah.
come on. But not to keep prolonging on. I hope that answers your question. As far as the West Coast, I ain't gonna say they fully innocent, but I feel like it's a better relationship
Oh yeah.
between the East. I mean, I'm sorry, the West and the South side.
Yeah. It's definitely always been like that. I mean, you go back to listen to some UGK records, Pimp always shouted out Too Short, E40, Be Legit, Ice Cube, Scarface, his relationship with Jay Prince. We kind of
Big Tupac fan.
big
Mm-hmm.
Tupac. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's always been that kind of, you know, like you said, they're not completely innocent, but they were quicker to accept us than, maybe our other Eastern counterparts and our fellows up there. But it's always been kind of a good rapport, the South and the West Coast. But yeah, man, just piggybacking off what you said, and two things that really stood out. What you said, you brought up Lil Wayne. You said when he was like at his really hay and at the peak of his powers, when he was clear cut. Okay, this nigga running shit. His talent, that was his biggest thing. His talent. He wanted you to let you know when I got on this track, rather mine or yours. Oh, I'm finna take this motherfucker up. They gonna think it's
Mm-hmm.
my song. And another thing you spoke on, it was taking pride in your craft. And the reason I wanted to bring the topic of taking pride in your craft, because I was talking to a guy at work again, and they were, I think saying the NBA YoungBoy song, and I just asked him. I think he's 20. I just straight up asked him, man. I said, I'm not hating on the brother. At the end of the day, I do want to see a young African American man, especially if he did come from a detrimental background in the streets making legal money. I do want to see that. I love seeing that. But once again, not hating, I just don't see the fascination with his music. All his stuff sounds the same, his beats sound the same, his flow sounds the same. And, and he just said, man, I was watching an interview with Young Boy. He said he really don't care about rap, you know. He's doing because he get money. I say, oh, look, at the end of the day, I can respect that too in the smallest thing. Because at the end of the day, this is an occupation. You do want to make a reasonable source of income, especially all them fucking kids he got.
Correct.
But the same,
Steady Wop ain't got nothing no NBA young.
that boy shooting them out. Can't do it. But like I said, it's an occupation. I get that. And making money is very essential in life. I tell people all the time, I'm not in love with money, but I'm in love with what it can do. In an important factor in life. But at the same time, being a wordsmith and having people listening to you and holding on to your words, be serious about what you're doing. Because, you know, Juice, could you imagine Tupac, Jay-Z, Cole, Crit, Kendrick, some of these, you know, Nas, UGK. Yeah, they want to be paid at the end of the day, and that check better be fucking cut. But man, I'm not finna get on this mic and just say some shit, man. I'm gonna take what I say serious. It's gonna be weight behind what I'm saying. Right? It's violent, making money. I'm serious about what I'm saying. I'm serious what I do. You've heard this, and I'm pretty sure some of my viewers here have heard this. They say when you do what you love, it don't feel like work.
Correct.
So if that
Correct.
nigga,
we live in testaments of it.
There you go. There you go. If he feels like this is just get money, get that money. Questioning how serious he actually takes the craft. And
no, go ahead.
And we seeing that trend, man. I don't know if the viewers have seen this, and it's like every year, especially every few months, it's a copy and paste. It's like a new one just came up. Man, you ain't heard of so and so. 3 months later, man, what y'all listen to, man? I ain't listen to your boy. I mean, that nigga old, man. That shit old. We don't listen. I'm like, goddamn, nigga, you know, just 3 months ago, a year ago. Prime example. How often do you hear about Black Youngster anymore?
Woo! Can you touch that booty? That booty. No, I mean, I feel like he kind of came and went. Came and went. I mean, honestly, now that you mentioned his name, that's the first time I thought about it.
And that's not to discredit him, because at the end of the day, you know, hell, nigga, I ain't never made no music. I had aspirations of making music. My brother, you took a step that I wish I would have took. Kudos to you. But at the same time, it highlights the artist, and it highlights the audience too, because we got to put it on the audience to some extent. We, especially with social media and smartphones, the average music listener attention span is quick as a fucking microwave heat up meal, because they can get music so fast from the palm of their hands. I don't say they don't cherish it. I hate saying cherish it, but the connection with the artist is not there as it was maybe post to me and you coming up when you had to go to the store and buy a CD.
All right.
Like, nigga, even if you burnt that CD, you didn't go out and buy it, nigga, you would live with that album for maybe weeks and on a month. I know me, one of my favorite artists, Cole, Crit, Kendrick, they drop an album, I'm probably gonna listen to it all week. My car, my phone, taking a shower, working out, and just living with it and dissecting that body of work. Now it's that first string, maybe second string. I ready for them to come out with some new shit. And man, I just feel like that correlation with the audience and the artist has diminished so much that the quality of the music that the artist is putting out, because he's trying to keep up with the audience in the times, it's affecting the quality of music. So, like I said, man, I'm with you. I do believe that over time, it will revisit itself, as far as, you know, that individuality standing out, subject matter standing out. But it comes down to us as the listeners too. You have the right to listen to what you want to, who you want to. But at the same time, man, realize music is so fucking essential, because I'm a big music lover. And not just rap. This nigga tell you before. He'll tell you himself. I was in the orchestra. I was in strings. For people don't know what that is. Here you go. All right, serious, like. I went to a predominantly black.
Finna go down.
I went to a predominantly black project school. Goddamn it. Hey, my homeboys
Oh,
let me have it, but I didn't care.
Flight of the Bumblebee. Nothing wrong with it. You stood out though, you
Yeah,
know?
because I love what I
Hey,
was doing. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a outlet opposed to just, which I did play football for a while, just oh, go play basketball, go play football. Well, I do like those things, football more than basketball. I wouldn't finna make no basketball team. Let's just be honest. I love sport. I can't play it with for shit. Uh,
whew.
go to hell. I can play
Hey,
defense.
man. Yeah, he got that on lock. Oh yeah, he gonna pull some old Shane Betty. Man, look, we'll be on here all day talking about this. Oh my God.
But nah, I ain't not to be
Oh,
so long winded myself, man. I'm gonna
no,
wrap
you
it up.
good?
But it it gave me a different outlet instead of the stereotypical path that once again I make about race that they feel like a black, especially young black man. These are your two options: sports, music, or rap, or just predominantly sports. I was like, well, let me try this, and I fell in love with it. I wish I would have stuck with it, but I brought that up just to give y'all an idea of who I am as a person. And why music is so important to me, and I hope that some of the views out there y'all had that same connection with it that I do. But yeah, man, I it's some good artists out here, some great artists out here, some artists I don't care for. Get y'all money, stay safe, but be conscious of what you put out into the airways. Be conscious of what you say, man. And by all means, man, you in a position to take care of your family, feed your family, man. Don't play with that shit, bro. Because some motherfuckers would kill to be in that same position. You know what I'm saying? I remember David Banner said on
That's
one of his
true.
albums, an interlude. I believe the greatest story ever told. It was an interlude, and he was saying, "Man, I ain't scared of shit. Not because I have malcontent in my heart. I'm a big gangster, or nothing. It's because I know the type of man I am, the morals I stand upon. I know how I treat people, and I know 9 times out of 10, the people I associate myself with gonna return that same energy." He said, "My biggest fear is getting on this mic and tell somebody to do some shit that I wouldn't do."
Correct. I
So
mean, you have a. I mean, I'm gonna speak briefly on this. I call myself rapping. Once upon a time, I used to rap a little bit,
I
and
follow
no, Dylan has shit on me. But I mean, I got to that point in my life because I can remember rapping about cars, clothes, and hoes, and I'm like, but I ain't got none of the stuff we rapping about, and
right.
this don't feel right. This ain't hitting my soul. You see what I'm saying? I remember the first time I was in the studio and I rapped about the actual car I was driving. And the nigga stopped, the engineer stopped the session and said, "Nigga, did you just say whipping in your Mazda?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Boy, you a bold motherfucker. All right, come on, y'all." And I mean, you know what I'm saying? I had to keep it real with myself because I was just like, yo, I'm tired of doing this music that's just blending in. Fuck blending in. I want to stand out. And I don't want to stand out because I think it's cool and it look good. I want to stand out because I know that in the essence of who I am, my core of who I present myself to be, I don't necessarily fit the narrative of what's going on, what was going on at that time, or even to this day. Nor does my cousin. I mean, we always pride ourselves on being individuals, being able to say, hey, like he's a big Kendrick Lamar fan. He's a bigger Kendrick Lamar fan than a J. Cole fan. It's vice versa with me. I'm big on Cole. But the thing of it is we both can appreciate the art forms and the quality of the pureness that comes out of the lyrics. They're not just saying getting up here speaking on some woke stuff, but then not, really acting upon it. No, they actually taking action.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people in the past have said, well, what do they do? Or they ain't out marching, they ain't out doing this. Let me tell you something, and I'm just gonna keep this brief. I'm not saying marching does not always help, but sometimes we gotta take different routes. We can't be sitting here acting like it's 1965 and we out here with church clothes on talking about we shall overcome. Look, sometimes you need to, instead of marching and asking for something, sometimes, you gotta fight a nigga or two. And I ain't talking about a nigga as in your brother. I'm talking about the other side. And on the other side, You see how bold they was. They ran on the White House. Did they get anything accomplished? No. But they let motherfuckers know, yo, if push came to shove, we can handle our business. Now, I don't encourage us to do that because our ass is going to get shot up left and right. But I mean, it's other ways and other approaches we can take besides doing the same old method. But to get back to this whole music thing, man, it's just all about, originality.
Yeah.
We want to have the originality culture back. And I'm not just saying with the lyrics and the songs, I just want to see originality with the looks, with the style, with visions, the ideas. I feel like everybody's ideas is a copycat of somebody else's who came before them or is in the game right now during their time. I can sometimes tell you the baby from a little baby
Man,
verse
what?
because
Don't forget the part when they sang the hook out.
yeah, they got to harmonize in, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, damn, I thought crack went out of style in the 90s. They must got some crack babies running free around this bitch. But anyway, um, that's all we wanted to say on that
Yeah.
topic. Vaughn, did you want to add anything else to it?
Just before we go, man, don't as far as the artists, it ain't like I know these niggas, but ain't nobody fans of nobody no more, man. You listen to all these guys' interviews, which is probably true. You know what I'm saying? It's good to believe in yourself. I don't listen to no nigga. I ain't paying attention to no nigga. I'm getting in money. I'm my biggest role, man. Nigga, shut the fuck up, because you had to listen to somebody coming up. It's somebody you
Exactly.
bumped 9 times out of 10. So you can kill me with that bullshit, nigga. Everybody, you ain't had to worship somebody, but like me and him just said, we especially him, pursuing a rap career at a time. I'm pretty sure you were a fan of somebody. So
Of course. I mean, plenty, plenty.
yeah,
Man, I got one more thing to add to this. I'm glad you said it. And to the young MCs coming up, man, while we talking about put some thought process into your lyrics, put some thought process into your MC name, your name. Because some of y'all got some fucked up names out here. You know, I still to this day don't know who Pooh Shitty is.
what's the hottest nigga
What
going
is
right
his
now?
name?
What you talking about? Pay for it.
Pooh, Pooh, Pooh Shiesty, Pooh Shitty, whatever. I don't know this nigga. I ain't got nothing against him, young man. Get your money. No disrespect. It's this man when I ain't know the nigga. Hey, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. These names be a little off to me. I know I sound like an old ass nigga, you know, but hey, I'm at a different space and different place in my
Yeah.
life, so that's it. But I mean, since we on music, you don't mind if I continue, talking
Nah,
about,
man, take it. Take
another character, because this is exactly what he is, a character.
it.
Um, Kanye West, question mark. Um, I know a lot of people do not like Kanye West right about now in
Yeah.
2021. We all know why, his political stance.
Yeah.
That's just tip of the iceberg due to some of the outlandish comments he's made over the past with the whole slavery was a choice and just different little shit he done did along the way. But the reason why I wanted to bring up Kanye West is because if anybody don't know, and it ain't like I'm trying to gossip and spill no fucking tea, as women would say, but the man finna get a divorce. To me, I don't think the nigga should have ever got married in the first place. But he finna get a divorce, and everybody know who he married to. If you don't, you're living under a rock. And I saw a comment in the comment section on the video I was watching, and he said, "Man, can you imagine the album that Yeezy is about to drop due to his divorce?" And I thought about it, and I said, he did make a good ass album with 808s and Heartbreaks when
Mm,
him and Amber Rose broke up. He really did. But do he still carry that same power, that same energy that he had back then? Because to
right.
me, I feel like the best Kanye was the hungry Kanye.
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen him lately, but now that nigga look mighty full. Look like he ain't never turned down a snack. So,
You lose a little weight.
man, yeah, that's just word weight. Word that them damn churches ceremony that he's scamming all these people out of these $100 breakfast plates, and they getting 2 sausage McMuffins and a half pint of orange. Well, I ain't gonna say pint, a half cup of orange juice. Man, get the hell out of it. But I mean, in my honest opinion, Kanye West to me is one of those. He's a question mark. That's all I can say because it's kind of like he kind of like to me. He kind of like the Kyrie Irving of the rap game
That's a good analogy.
because you notice, are they talented? Yes. Are they one of the head honchos in the game? Yes. But do they get in their own way? Hell yes. I feel like sometimes if he would just, I ain't gonna say that, I don't want to come off as the woman that told LeBron shut up and dribble. Tell him shut up and make music. No, I don't think that because his opinion and his thinking process is very on point. Believe it or not, he is a genius. I'm not just saying as far as music wise, he does bring up a lot of creative ideas
He's a
and a
very
lot of
critical thinker.
creative, right. But it's like for every great idea he's had, look how many fucked up ideas has followed it. So, in my honest opinion, I think with Kanye, it's like I don't know. I don't know where I'm at with Kanye right now. All I know is that he getting a divorce. Excuse me. He getting a divorce. I hope he hear it one more time before she leave. And I'm gonna pass it over to you, Von.
Uh, yeah, and just piggybacking off everything you said, I've ran across similar, roarings and echoes of people saying that now we can get the old Kanye back regarding music and everything. Because as far as outlandish shit, he's always been like that. Like from his first album, you know,
Right.
he's always been a outspoken person, rather good or bad. But as far as his music, and to me, to my opinion, last good or great Kanye West album was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's my
Correct.
favorite Kanye West album. But
No. No. No.
no,
No.
shit, you better
No.
man. That shit was a
No.
masterpiece. That shit was a masterpiece from
No.
start to finish.
What was the one where he in the sky?
Graduation.
Yes.
That's that, and
Yes.
he got a lot on his belt. He got a lot on his belt. But I prefer Dark Twisted Fantasy over Graduation. That's just my. That's just me.
You smoking dope, but all right.
But it's like you said. I don't know if we can get back to that point because he was hungrier then. Kanye West strikes me as somebody. He's not the type of person. Okay, I'm just going to the studio, make a beat, put some rhymes down. No, he feels like a lot of his music is how he's feeling. 808s and Heartbreak. His mother passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it wasn't Amber Rose because Dark Twisted Fantasy actually came out after he broke up with Amber Rose. It was actually some supermodel he was talking to at the time. They was actually engaged. Actually, she called it off. But with the passing of his mother and that came 808 Heartbreaks. But that's just give you an example of things he went on in his life. He put in his music. Graduation. You listen to Graduation, the whole album sounded like a celebration because he felt like he hit the trifecta with his last 2 albums. College Dropout, classic. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
Late Registration,
Late
classic.
registration.
And he
Mm-hmm.
topped Graduation off. If you pay attention to that album, there were not, besides T-Pain, but he was kind of singing. There was no rappers on that album but him because he felt like he earned that spot, to respect his workmanship, even though he does have a lot of ghostwriters. Don't take away from him, perfecting the craft. Excuse me, perfecting the craft.
Push. Ugh. A pie chicken nigga, man.
He's
Come
one
on,
of them. He's one of
come
them.
on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. He know
But
how to pick him. He know how to pick him. But I just feel like, can he get back into that mental state to make that type of music? That music was soulful.
mm-hmm.
Like, people used to joke, or that nigga Tombstone be sample other people's tombstones because anybody knew how to freak a sample was Kanye West. Um, I would love for him to go back to that, and not just that, just sit down and just really take his time. It's good to be experimental and play with sounds, man, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time, bro.
That's true.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I'm a big Kanye West fan. I wasn't feeling a lot of those last albums, but just guarding music, I do feel like he can make good music in his personal life. Who the fuck knows? Because he's just an enigma. You never know. Kanye West may fucking pull a Dennis Rodman. I'm married myself. But
Kanye riding.
but as far as music, I do think he can make good music again. How it would sound, where it would go. But like I said, being a Kanye West fan, I would love to see that. That's as far as all I got to say on that topic. Just sit down, man. Take your time with that shit.
Man, he was with a Kardashian. You gotta understand. I mean, I mean, they'll drive you to getting on from weed boxes to on plastic surgery tables. That's all I can say. Bruce Jenner, what the?
If it's that good, man, keep it away from you, man. You don't need that shit in your life.
Man, you better go ask Lamar Odom. Has you smoking crack?
Smoke crack Sims.
I forgot all about that. Man, I think you pretty much wrapped it and summed it up perfectly.
Yeah.
Perfectly. So Kanye, man, if you're gonna drop another album, man, and I'm all for, reuniting and stuff, but I don't know. Him and Jay-Z, they gonna have to really sit down and
Yeah.
And Jay-Z gonna get a haircut pretty soon. He need one. But
oh, man.
That's all I got to say, man.
Yeah, man.
Whew. But
Juke,
yeah. Uh-huh.
We've been in this show. We've been knee deep in this episode, man, and we forgot our guest.
Oh man, he's still lingering around.
The prescriber of love.
That's right.
The connoisseur of poetry.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you know him, you love him, you need him. We are back with another segment of I Need a Love. Da, da. Yeah, y'all. Back once again with another one. How y'all doing out there this early Sunday morning? Vaughn, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Good doctor. How you doing?
Oh man, I can't call it. So, last week, we was talking about size and technique.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that none of the ladies got in the comment section. And that pains me, ladies,
Some of them, not to cut you off, good doctor, some of them did interact with the Instagram post, though, from the Facebook and the Instagram. Some said, most of them favorite technique, though.
Technique. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So that answers the question that, a good technique will always be a good, schlong, if you get my drift. But Von de Villa,
Mm-hmm.
I got another one for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Is love making out of style? I give the flow to you.
Love making out of style. Now, we say love making. Now, you were referring to candlelight, slow music, face to face, undercovers. That's what you're saying. The kind of atmosphere of real smooth type shit.
Correct. And don't forget the Isley Brothers.
Very essential to any love making setting. I won't say it's out of style, good doctor. I just think, yes, it is. I think it is. I think the reason why, and it's kind of ironic, I'm finna say this, I think I'd be all political and religious, I guess. The normalizing of sex. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against, sexual promotion, what I'm saying, done right. And it's just the day and age we live in. You see it in videos, pornography, music, and not saying the Isley Brothers didn't do it themselves, but I think the degree and the detail in sex in today's society plays a part in that too. Maybe it's not as appealing as, stuff T.I. and Tiny do. You may not want to do what they do. No one do what they do because they gonna come out. They about to come out with Surviving T.I. in the wild. Just wait. nigga. Man,
Maybe girls tilt girls even with girls,
man,
and
he
maybe
giving it to him
women
right now.
lick it up.
But
Oh man,
nah, I think just from the general public, not saying people don't still do it. I just think it's not as appealing or viewed as fun as, not to go too in detail, not retaining to myself, maybe hitting a chick from the back or doing it in your car, et cetera, et cetera. Very flamboyant things. So I do think it's out of style. Can it come back? Who knows? But right now, I think everybody just want to fuck.
I honestly think you hit the nail on the coffin with the media.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see it as much on TV shows
Right.
nowadays. We see more wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Music especially, like
Right.
who is carrying this torch of passion? Trey Songz.
Hell nah.
I think he's more concerned about being an R&B thug than he is trying to get a bitch.
Real.
Um, I mean, I just feel like I want you to think about something. You've been watching movies lately, right?
Yeah.
What's the last movie that you saw that had a candlelight sitting, a a, a romantic, area, and a couple just relaxing?
Mm, it's been a while.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I mean, literally, they do not show these images though.
No.
It's like, and then if you try to go out here and you try to, bring these images to life in your own world, depending on the type of woman you with, she might look at that and say, "Hey, you soft, or you being a little too extra."
Yeah, some
When
people
in
do like that.
actuality, back in the day, this was a requirement just for you to even be considered for an application for a piece of you know who. You know,
Mm.
nowadays it's just like this. Take a bitch to TGI Fridays and have some Netflix at the house, you might be getting some that night.
Yeah, I mean, the term Netflix and chill, that came from things of that nature, hell. And like I said, I think it's just normalized sex. Maybe when our parents were coming up, we can't speak for them. It was there, but it wasn't so out in the open. Now, I mean, shit, you can see a fucking 10-year-old walking in the store somewhere with a smartphone. Who knows the fuck, God forbid? I'm not promoting or saying kids you should. Who knows if they looking at their privacy?
Shit. Come on now. If me and you was 10, what would we be looking at now,
Yeah, but we had to go through a whole house, and nigga, you had to make sure everybody was asleep, get the VHS tape, to
Goddamn right.
make sure it was
Yeah.
it was it was fast forward to the beginning.
Hell yeah. And you had to turn the volume down low. And if you're gonna watch it on TV, you better have some cartoons on the last button. So that way, if you hear any kind of sudden movements, last, boom, Cartoon Network. Last, boom, back to the HBO Max. Last, back to Cartoon Network. See, y'all don't know nothing about
They
these
don't know nothing
things.
about that.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
struggle was real.
You feel me? You had to work for what you want. Nowadays, it's just like click, 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 click. There it is. There it is. You know? So I don't know. This is a very, very, it's a very light question, but it has a deeper meaning. Because
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we could say, oh man, yeah, people still fucking. Yeah, see, that's the problem. They just fucking.
yeah,
They ain't got no build up game. They ain't finna take you out to a romantic area. Y'all ain't gonna do no walk on the beach. Y'all ain't gonna have no picnic. Y'all ain't gonna go out to no, nice setting. None of that. All you gonna do is say, hey, you know that such and such movie coming out? I bet. See, let me tell you something, ladies. You're not no lady to me if you respond back to any of my questions or my answers with I bet. I do that with my niggas.
right.
I bet. Hey, we're gonna go shoot ball. I bet. Hey, let's get on 2K. I bet. I don't need, you know, hey girl, I'm gonna come over there and wear that thing out. I bet. What? Come on now, man. Make it interesting for me. You got me over here thinking, yo, did I dial? Did I text the wrong motherfucker? This a nigga? I bet. Yo, let me hit it from the back. I bet. Come on now, man. Come on now, man. Come on now, man. Could you imagine something, you know, you coming up to a woman and you saying, she say, you know, well, just tell me what you want. And you go down there, you know what I'm saying, a certain day. I bet I got you. Come on, man. Tell me you ain't gonna be like, oh, hell no. Get up. Get up. Get up. We can redo this some other time. I'm gonna need women to become more feminine. And I'm gonna need
That's
niggas.
the thing too.
Niggas need to actually man up. And I ain't just talking about what Shaq's saying with some fucking eyes out. Y'all niggas need to man up. Act like men. Start acting like bitches. You know? Stop accepting any and everything because you're so desperate for a piece of ass.
Yep.
Be sitting here. All right, bet. Or, you know, y'all get somewhere and she cuss more than you.
For real.
She ain't here just going in. And you just sitting there like, yeah, but she got a big ass though. Man, that big ass ain't making up for that goddamn sailor ass mouth. You know?
For real.
Tell that bitch to put a muzzle on it, you know? Like
Yeah.
one of my most key sayings, get this bitch back in pocket. Cause she out of pocket right now. She need to be feminized. You
Oh
know?
yeah. I'm glad you
When we
said
was
that,
look,
man.
when we was looking at shit back in the days, you know, woman always was appalled if a man said certain words in front of her. Nowadays, a man can say damn near anything in front of a woman, and it still won't top the shit that she finna say. So yeah, man, we're gonna have to, hey, let's get back to this real paradigm of male and female, feminine and masculine. You know, let's break this shit back down to what it was, not what it done became. Cause if
Hell
we
yeah.
don't, we just gonna have a whole bunch of kids. Hey, you want me to wipe your ass? I bet. Don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Hell no, man. Vaughn, you got anything to add to this, man?
Nah, man. I think we both touched on it wisely, and I especially love your last little segue. You said, you know, be true to yourself, but at the end of the day, you gotta understand, you don't have to over dominate nobody or turn on nobody, but at the end of the day, be a man, be a woman, you know what I'm saying? And you've noticed it, I've noticed it, you know, especially a lot of women are giving off masculine energy from whatever reason, childhood, whatever, traumatic experience. It's like a growing, effect. You know what I'm saying? That, and like I said, be true to yourself, but at the same time, you gotta know when to check a person and just be a fucking man, be a fucking woman. You ain't gotta get out to the science, man, and go move on from there.
Yes, sir. And that was another edition of Love, da, da.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
Vaughn,
Mm-hmm.
we done got a lot of topics, We done, pretty much got this thing winding down. I mean, where you want to take this?
I don't know, man. I didn't have nothing else to touch on upon today. Oh well, before we move on to get off our chest, anything you wanted to touch on?
Um, I pretty much think we covered everything that I
Okay,
wanted to pretty much touch on. I just got, two things I want to get off my chest.
go
And
for it.
well, no, we start off with I see a little bit. It ain't too hard. Hello,
Yeah, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. What you saying, man?
hello. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say you can go ahead because I mean mine ain't too big. It's
Okay.
kind of light, so
Well,
you can go ahead.
my first one ain't nothing too serious, man. I was reading somewhere on a Facebook post, and I was sharing, the channel and the episode, man. Apparently, I I didn't go deep into it. I just seen, a couple clips about it, a couple posts about it. Apparently, Jay-Z is working on this app that will supposed to help minorities that have subscriptions to Hulu, Netflix, and streaming platforms. In a way, it will help them with their credit scores.
Wow.
Yeah, and that really blew my mind, man. And because not to be all alone when I'm pretty sure a lot of us have relatives, friends, especially within the African American community, man. They be like, man, I want this house, I want that, but my credit ain't right now for from loans, this and that, or things I had to do. And I'm pretty sure that same person got an account with one of these streaming services, and with
Right.
everybody, what I'm saying. I think cable, the basic cable system is, I don't say extinct, but it's not as popular as it was when we was coming up. Streaming services are what seem like everybody's going. And I heard that, man.
Right.
It's like, damn, like that's a big move. That's a really helpful and impactful move. And it just really made me respect not only the artist but the man even more. Like I said, people had their opinions about him. I don't know him. It's not like I know him personally. He's not perfect. Nobody is. But just some of the charitable things he followed his career he's done, especially for our community. And not only that, just some of his peers. 21 Savage ran into his little snafu with immigration. Jay-Z lended his $1 million lawyers to this man to help him out. End up getting him out of those camps. And I think a family somewhere in Phoenix was, being racially profiled. He lended those same lawyers to them. I don't know the whole background. I didn't really get too much in it, but I remember him lending his lawyers to that family. So, shout out to Ho. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go all day. I'm pretty sure most of y'all motherfuckers know who Jay-Z is, but shout out for him. And that's a big step and that's a big move. My
Man.
second one, this really touched home to me and really my heart. And I'm pretty sure some of my viewers out there, if not all, have ran into this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Juice. Now, when you at your local grocery store, retail store, wherever you are, you go to get all your essential and daily needs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you came across many individuals such as this, regardless of race or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes even sex, because sometimes men do it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be on the aisle, reading some ingredients, picking up whatever the fuck you need, and out of nowhere you'll hear this sound. It's like a rhythm to it. It's almost like a beat. Let me get it right. Shh, 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 shh. Now to the viewers, they're like, what the fuck is that? I'm pretty sure Juice look like, man, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah. Are you trying to do back that thing up?
No. That's the
Oh.
sound of a lazy ass motherfucker too sorry to pick their goddamn feet somewhere in their house shoes, their sandals, or whatever the fuck.
Santa Claus jeans. Open toe sandals.
Roger saying whatever. Man, look, I do it time to time. I do that in my home. Motherfucker, if you were that tired, you should wait another day, gonna get the fuck you need. Pick your goddamn feet up. I don't hear that shit all the way from goddamn aisle 8 to goddamn aisle 20. You finna start a goddamn fire in here.
Oh, sound like a wingsuit.
Shh, shh, shh,
Oh my God.
shh, shh.
Oh, Santa Claus jeans. Oh my God.
Like I said, that just really touched home with me. Because every time I go in Walmart, I fucking hear that. And after a while, it just embedded in your memory bank. So to all the viewers out there, all shops around the world, be conscious of that. You know what I'm saying? It may not bother you, but no, the whole store don't want to hear that shit, man. And Juice out swinging to you.
In other words, pick your goddamn feet up.
Pick your goddamn
I got a lot of note, far as get off my chest. This past weekend, I watched an amazing movie, goes by the name Coming to America 2.
I was gonna talk about that. I ain't know if you watched it or not though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I watched it.
I
And
watched it last night.
reason why I wanted to get this off my chest because I noticed a trend within sequels, black sequels, compared to other sequels. Now, we are getting of age generation. We probably 9 times out of 10, a lot of us predominantly remember the original. So of course it gave us interest to watch the new one.
Right.
And then you get these millennials, these new millennials, and they never really understood the original, so they
Right.
didn't really care to see the new one. And then you even got old heads that see the new one, and then they expecting it to live up to the expectation of the original.
Right.
The point I'm making is this: let the time of where you are in your life be the time of your life. Don't sit here and try to reestablish the 80s in 2021.
Right.
Let's let that marinate for a minute. Don't try to establish the 80s again and bring them back as if they're gonna just reappear in 2021. It's not gonna happen, you know. The reason why I bring this movie up is because it is a cult classic. It is a iconic movie. It is one of Eddie Murphy's most talked about roles he ever was in, as far as the original one and the new one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, in my honest opinion, I know I mentioned how did he end up knocking up Leslie Jones. Like you said, they explained the whole ordeal,
Yep.
which was actually pretty funny to me,
Yeah.
you know. And what was kind of ironic, I thought they was really talking to me. His son was on the way of turning 22. Well, I'm sorry, 32. And then he had a fro like mine.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm sitting there saying to myself, I said, wait a minute. This boy got a fro like mine and he turning 32. Yo, is it potential my mama was out here hoeing and bowing back in the day? But anyway, that's another topic. But anyway, I love the movie, for what it was. It is very fly. Very fly. This
Yeah.
is a very fly movie. To me, this is the flyer version of Black Panther.
That's a good way to
And
put it.
and to sum it up, like I told my lady, I said, you know what? This movie, compared to the original, has more action in it than it does comedy compared to the other one.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't take away from it is a funny movie, you
Yeah.
know. Mr. Randy Watson, you know, makes a guest appearance. So y'all that know who I'm talking about, y'all know who I'm talking about,
Oh
you
yeah.
know. But overall, my biggest concern is, why is it when black sequels come out, it's always met with hard criticism, and
Mm-hmm.
mainly by our own people.
Right.
But none of us seem to be this hard on these overbearing goddamn Mission Impossible movies. Nobody gives a fuck about no goddamn Mission Impossible no more. But y'all don't say nothing to Tom Cruise. You know,
10, the 11th, not to
how,
cut you off, Fast and Furious movie.
exactly. Nobody give a car can only go so goddamn fast. That's the whole point of the movie. Goddamn. Shit. You Tokyo drift, and then you brought your ass back. Come on now, man. Come on now. Tyrese can't act no way. Anyway, that nigga's Jody. Anyway, I mean, if Die Hard. How many times Bruce Willis' ass gonna die? He look like he on this goddamn convalescent bed. His old ass. He can't be doing these stunts. And we ain't gonna get into Rocky. Rocky over there looking like lunch meat over there. You don't need to be punched on at all. But like the first punch gonna kill his old ass. But y'all want to be hard on Coming to America. Get the fuck out of here. Come on now, man.
Yeah.
We gotta do better, man. We gotta support our classics. Give our legends roses while they
For
are
sure.
here.
For sure. For sure, man. I agree with everything you just said, man. It's crazy. I don't know when you watched the last night or the
I watched it, I think Friday.
Friday. Okay, because me and my girl we watched it last night, and no, we both enjoyed it. And like she said, I said, "What you think about the movie?" She said, "If you're looking forward to be like the first one, or something from the first, because it's his own movie, But given she liked the story, she like you said, it's more action, And I feel like they try to put, aspect of today's culture and mess you with the 80s a little bit. Like, for instance, when the daughter, not to spoil it for nobody,
Mm-hmm.
one of his children, the daughter became the leader of Zamunda in the future when he passes away. It's kind of how people over here say, okay, when we gonna get our first female president? We got our first female vice
Mm-hmm.
president. So I think he was trying
Mm-hmm.
show progression from the past movie, stuff like that. Not to spoil it, tell nobody, but I liked it overall. She liked it, and a lot of people had mixed emotions about it. But like you just said, let it stand on its own. The
I
80s was
gotta
the
I, I gotta give some praise out. All the actors did a phenomenal job, but
hell
I
yeah,
gotta put some respect on the OG name. Sidney Dean himself, ladies and gentlemen. Wesley Snipes was a funny motherfucker in that movie.
yeah.
I gotta give it to him.
Him and
I gotta
Leslie
give it
Jones. I
to
feel
him.
like she made a lot of the
Yes.
movie.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I know we talked about good WAP or good looks. I probably smash Leslie and wouldn't tell you about it. I'm just gonna keep it real. Just gonna keep it real. Just gonna keep it real. After watching that movie, I might, you know what I'm saying? I might hit a Hakeem on her, you know. Only way you'll know is if I have a little juice running around here. But other than that, man, hey, I'm a Leslie, baby. You get roses from me today. You know, you are very hittable. So, yeah, man. Oh, and Tiana Taylor.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah,
I ain't gonna do it because Amon Shumpert is my boy. He might can't shoot a shot, but besides hitting the other side of the backboard, but goddamn, boy, he hit his shot when he got hurt.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say on that.
He
But
knew he was doing.
yeah. But my second and last before we get out of here is actually kind of it just came to me during the show. You said that the female responders actually responded back to the poll and the question you asked.
Mm.
I'm very proud of them for reaching out and touching bases with us and letting us know that they actually do pay attention to the show and they actually do want to have an opinion and voice their opinion. So ladies, I just want to give it up to them and get it off my chest and say, look, I'm serious. We really do love and support this channel to the point where y'all like family to us. It's like we want to know y'all opinions. We want to know y'all views. It ain't just for the fellas. I know I get on here and I know the pimp juice segment. And I know y'all probably like, oh, he just for the men. No, ladies, I'm for y'all too. Cause hey, one thing about it, two things for sure. Hey, you can't live with them, but you damn sure can't live without them. And on that note, I gotta say one more thing. We are accepting those nudes. You can send them through Instagram. You can send it wherever you want to send them, baby. Just send them. We are
We
accepting
ain't
those nudes.
accepting shit.
We
I
are
don't
accepting.
want them. I want them
We are-
motherfuckers.
if it look good, and when you take your clothes off in the mirror, send them. Instagram. I'm just saying. 48. You
Oh
already
shit.
know. And on that note, I leave y'all with this. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. And on that note, we up out this thing. Thank y'all. We love y'all.
Yes, sir.